Hey there. Today on this podcast, I will be discussing camping. I will be discussing camping when underprepared or unprepared. First off, let me tell all the listeners that this topic could be discussed and expanded upon for hours. That being said, we do have a time restraint and I will just touch on many topics that could be researched much more. Since camping is such a universal and easily accessed activity, it draws people from a diverse background. The one commonality that all types of camping share is the necessity of being prepared. So what happens when you find yourself outside underprepared? The most important thing is to have a safe, dry place to sleep. Finding shelter should be your number one priority. Make sure to look for natural, safe, protected spaces. Natural depressions can provide a great location for a makeshift shelter, depending on the weather. Also, high ground can be important if dealing with rain and snow and other types of weather. Higher ground can help because it will not collect snow and rainwater as easily. High ground also provides lookouts, which can aid in the chances of being found if you find yourself stranded. The success of your makeshift shelter depends on how much materials you are able to gather. Longer-lasting shelters require more time, effort, and materials, whether those materials are ones you've packed or found. Always traveling with a day pack and a few essentials inside of it can make a world of a difference. If you have access to a tarp, then this will probably be your most useful tool to help with the creation of your shelter. Tarps can create a roof, or at least a partial roof, which can keep heat in and other types of weather out. The next thing to look for are tree branches. Tree branches can be used to make a roof and as a floor/bed inside the structure. Branches work well to sleep on because they provide extra warmth and a layer from the ground. Staying warm is a priority when camping outside, especially when being underprepared. Lean-tos are the easiest type of structure to build when in need, especially here on Vancouver Island, where the winters are generally milder and the trees and moss are found abundantly. Other types of structures like round lodges or teepees can also be useful. These are generally used by gathering larger logs and essentially creating a cone shape from the ground up where all the logs converge about 10 feet above in the air. That being said, these types of structures do require more time and effort. Camping can be done anywhere, so therefore it has such a large appeal to people. I think it's a great way to explore and spend time in nature. However, being prepared cannot be stressed enough. I hope you find yourself packing a day pack no matter what, because you never know when you might need a tarp or a first aid kit. So I hope you find these helpful when you find yourself outside in need and shelterless in the woods. Please let me know if you've enjoyed this podcast, and remember to reach out to me on my blog, www.campingcorner.com. I always love to hear from my listeners. Thanks.